For more information, check out my blog, Dhukai.com. Follow me. Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to get this 90s inspired makeup look. I was totally inspired after I saw Beyonce at her sister's wedding. She was totally rocking something like this, which reminded me of the 90s kind of R&B style back in the day when she was in Destiny's Child. I loved it. So this is my take on it, and it's going to have a little bit of a modern twist. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. As always, I'm starting off with my Farah Volcanic Elixir and applying this onto my skin 10 minutes before I apply my makeup. This keeps me hydrated all day long and allows my makeup to go on much smoother. I'm also popping some of this onto my lips. Then for foundation, I'm using my MAC Studio Sculpt, and I'm buffing this onto my skin with my Real Techniques buffing brush. As always, all product names and details will be in the description box below, as well as a list of all the brushes that I'm using, so check that out when you get a chance. My brows were done prior to filming. I will have an updated eyebrow routine coming for you guys soon, because I do like to wear them a little bit more full lately. I don't know why, I just like them a little bit more full, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, so just buffing this foundation onto my skin. Now in the 90s, they didn't really have a super highlighted under eye, so I'm kind of choosing a concealer that's like half a shade lighter than my skin tone. It's pretty much my skin tone. And I'm just popping this onto my under eye and blending this out. The picture of Beyonce that I saw, she didn't look like she had an obvious highlight either, so that's why I decided to go for a shade like this. And I'm just using the foundation brush that I used to buff this out. I'll have a picture of the Beyonce inspiration picture on my blog, so check the link in the description box below to see the picture. And then I'm just going to set that under eye in place with my Rimmel Stay Matte, and this is in the transparent color, so there's no color payoff with this. It's like see-through. I personally don't like to use powders that have color because I feel like they don't translate very well on my skin tone. So just setting that under eye into place, and my T-zone, because in the 90s they weren't very dewy, they were all almost pretty matte, but I have to have a little bit of dew, so you'll see that a little bit later. But I'm just grabbing my bronzer now by the Balm, and I'm not contouring really, I'm just bronzing up my skin just a little bit. This is my kind of modern take on the 90s look. I'm not contouring or anything like that. I'm making sure that everything is very seamless. So I'm going back to my foundation brush and kind of blending that out. Then I wanted a very, very subtle contour, and the only highlight color I could think of was this one by Maybelline, because it's not super pigmented or anything like that. So I just popped this onto the tops of my cheekbones, tip of my nose, bridge of my nose, and my brow bone. And for my blush, I'm using a matte blush by Maybelline, and this is a really pretty wine color. And of course, I always go back to my foundation brush to blend everything out so that there's no harsh lines and it's nice and seamless. So I'm just taking my powder brush and just going over my lids so that they're not oily. I'm not going to be applying a primer because I felt like I didn't really need one. And then I'm going to pick up the bronzer that I applied on my face, and I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and I'm just going to warm up the crease a little bit, just add a tiny bit of definition, and that's all I'm doing for the lids. I felt like in the 90s they didn't really have too much work going on in the lids. It was kind of matte and neutral, and it was just really simple. Then I'm going to take my pencil liner from L'Oreal, and I'm going to line my lash line, and then I'm going to grab my eyeliner brush, and I'm just going to smooth this out and create a very tiny baby wing. This is not going to be anything crazy at all. It's going to be very simple and just winged out very slightly. And the reason why I chose a pencil is because I felt like in the 90s, pretty much everybody and their moms used a pencil liner instead of a gel, or, I mean, I think they used the liquids as well, but I just personally like pencils. So just making sure both of my wings are even. I'm not creating a super dramatic wing or anything like that. It's just pretty normal. Then I'm going to take my palette from the Balm, and I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone. I feel like in the 90s, they really emphasized that brow bone highlight, so I used a pretty strong highlight for the brow bone. You could totally skip this step if you'd like, but I don't know, I kind of really liked it. I'm not normally one for a strong brow bone highlight, like it's just not my thing, but I really liked it after I made this video, and it really grew on me. So once you do that, you are done with the eye look. I wanted to try out a new mascara, so I'm using this one by the Balm. To be honest, I didn't really like it that much. I felt like it made my lashes very stick-like, and I personally like my lashes to be very thick and very full. If you like your lashes just to be super long, then you're really gonna like this mascara. I just like length and thickness at the same time, so I really had to build up this mascara and work with it to get my lashes the way that I wanted them. So once the mascara is done, I'm going to work on my lips. I'm just going to take the foundation off of my lips, and then I'm going to start off by lining my lips. Well, first I'm going to moisturize my lips, of course, but I'm going to start off by lining my lips with this lip liner by NYX, and this is called Nutmeg, and this is a brown colored lip liner. I feel like browns and just really deep colors were really in the 90s, especially in the R&B scene, so I felt like this lip liner is perfect. It's the most perfect, pretty much nutmeggy color. Nutmeg is the perfect name for this lip liner, and I'm not over exaggerating my lips or anything like that. I'm just following my natural lip line and lining them. And I like to fill in the outer corners of my lips just for a little bit of dimension. Then I'm going to use one of my favorite Stila Stay All Day liquid lipsticks. This is perfect for the 90s. It's like the most beautiful plummy brownie shade ever. I love this color. So I'm just popping this onto my lips and then using a lip brush just to blend it with the lip liner. And once you do that, the entire makeup look is done. My hair was wet in this video, so I just went off camera and just did my hair. I wanted something big and fun. I was totally inspired by Destiny's Child and Beyonce back in the day. So that's about it. The look is very simple. I feel like it's just, I love it. I have no words for it. And I hope you guys love it too. If you did, please give this video a great big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Oh, and do you guys want a hair tutorial? Comment below.